Hey guys, how's it going? Second last day before my vacation ends, and then I'm onward to work again. Just had 10 days off in a row. Hopefully I can remember how I do my job. Honestly guys, I haven't had a paid vacation since 2015 and been working non-stop since then. Now I know for a lot of you out there who work like part-time jobs and shit, you don't get paid vacation, and you know, I sympathize. I don't know how it is down in the US, but up here usually what they do is if you don't get paid vacation, you get 4% in lieu added to your paycheck. Just got to get rid of some cardboard here from some Amazon products that I bought. I bought one of these here, these 8-port, plug it into the wall and it charges your USB stuff. Originally I bought it to install it on a shelf to charge like GoPros and other USB-C items. Didn't see this piece of plastic in the USB charger. But yeah, I bought it to install on a shelf to plug in things like the drone battery and all that. But I think what I need to do today is start prepping this garage to take on Dirty Bird. Now here's the thing, there's a freaking mess in here. Like, it's mainly this stuff over here, like this old computer. I don't even know what the hell I'm gonna do with it. Freaking Celeron. I got my Nintendo Power books. I'm probably gonna shove those up there somewhere. I don't know where though. We'll figure that out when we get the ladder down, which I'm gonna need the step stool for, which I have no idea where the hell I put that. Right there. Cool. Lawnmower, we're done with you for the season. I'm not going to bother mowing the lawn anymore this year. It's not really worth it. I did it the other day. You guys saw that video. It was probably the last video. Lawn looks like shit, but whatever. I'm done with that for this year. Around the sinkhole here, I'll just keep the weed whacker out and clean it up as much as possible, just so any delivery guys know it's there and don't step in it. Yeah, I need to clear off the ground here. I also was tempted come down here and start maneuvering stuff around and getting things a little bit better organized, because I got these 2 bikes down here. It'd be nice if I could hang them up somewhere. That'll be a project for another day. I need another shed. That's what I need. I got too much shit. Another shed, or I need to do a toonie sale. Did one of those a couple years past where I literally just put stuff I didn't need at the side of the road on a table, and I stood out there, and anybody who showed up, it's like, oh, how much is this? A toonie. How much is this? A toonie. You know, just dump things for $2 and get rid of your stuff, and anything that's left over in the end, if people are like, oh, I only brought a toonie. Yeah, take both. I'm just getting rid of it. And then when everything was gone and there was nothing left, I just friggin' the Ryobi kit there I bought with the jigsaw and the circular saw there. But yeah, just a toonie sale. It's a great way to get rid of junk. Now this fishing net here, I got this given to me. It's broken, but I was thinking about either A, taking this handle and permanently attaching it for the kayak. It doesn't stay on by itself, just like weld it on or some shit, or tape it on, or CA glue it on. It'd be short enough for the kayak where I can grab the fish and hang on to it, and perfect for what I need. Then I could grab my other net that's in the kayak and throw that in the truck and use that for regular fishing. Always good to have a net on you. As for these 2 broken pieces of wood, I'm just going to chuck them over here, because I do want to build a slingshot target range in the backyard, but I want to build one like Zach has, that when you fire balls at it, it collects them. So, alright, got to figure out how I'm going to attack this, because I definitely do want to go through some shit down here and make some space and get some stuff out of the way. Yeah. Alright, let me get after this. So yeah, I got shit cleared up here a little bit. Just gotta get this garden hose. I love this. This garden hose is a Never Kink. And look at that, brand new. Already has a freaking kink. Like, what the hell, man? Companies gotta take better pride in their products. The camp stove and all that, that's gotta go in the truck in the tote. Solar panel, probably gonna put those under the bed of the truck. Or I might just leave them in here for now, because they're not in the way. All those pop cans. I gotta fire up the forge. That's gotta happen. That's definitely gotta happen. I gotta get that there consolidated down, cleaned up, ready to be used for projects. However, we do have the ladder down and ready to rock. I was gonna go to Dollarama to buy more of those hooks to hang up rods, because I have enough for 2 more rods and I got 3 in the truck. But then I realized I have another 4 right here, so that's good for 2 more rods. So I'm just gonna drive those into the beams after I get this box of Nintendo Power up in the air, and then we can hang some more fishing rods. I'm pretty sure fishing's done for the year. I was gonna go today, but like, it's already 3:30. I got up a little late today. I was up last night playing on YouTube and stuff, and playing around with different coding, and that's the problem when you're a programmer, guys. You start writing code and time flies and you don't realize it, and then you look at the time and all of a sudden it's 4 a.m. and you're like, oh shit. You know, even with my job, it's like, oh, I'll work, like from when I'm in the office, I just leave my computer there, so I don't work from home on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays. But Thursday and Friday, if I'm writing a script to do a job, it's like 4 o'clock hits and I just keep going, and I gotta not do that. I gotta quit doing that because I'm literally working for free at that point. But it's like, I'm so into it. The material's fresh in my head. I'm going, I got a good rhythm going, and I don't want to stop, and I'm not being interrupted. Nobody's bugging me for side missions, I call them, where like you get a shoulder tap and be like, hey man, can you look into this? Or hey man, I'm having a problem with this, and then you're kind of diverted. Everybody else goes home, everybody else logs out, and it's like now you can finally focus on the job you want to get done and get it done. And I've been told to stop doing that. Oh, look at that. I just found another pack of those hooks. Well, shit. Good thing I didn't go to Dollarama and buy more. That just means I'd have to go to fishing stores and buy more rods. Because you know the rule. You got to fill them all up, bud. You can't have any empty. Gotta have them all full. It's a law. I don't know who made the law, but we're just going to pretend it's a law. Also, I found this awesome YouTube video. A guy was repairing rods. I have one, my buddy has one, and another person I know has one. These GX2 kid rods, they're breaking up near the top, and the buddy shows how to fix them using a finishing nail. Now, a finishing nail is probably not your best solution. You should probably get a piece of carbon fiber, and he literally just threads it in the 2 broken spots on the rod. Like if it broke here, for instance, you would thread it in there, put it together, CA glue it in, and then wrap it with thread, and then put a piece of shrink tube. Well, you put the piece of shrink tube on first, and then shrink the thread around it, and then it basically it makes the rod whole again and stronger in that point. I haven't really used that little rod much. I used it a couple times down at Sunset Park, and it was all right, but I had mono on it, and I ended up, they always overfill. When you buy a brand new reel, they always overfill it, so you got to take a bunch of line off to make it work, which is why this rod here doesn't have much line on it. It's because I had to take a bunch off, and then it casts fine. I find they always overspool them from the factory. And the first couple casts work great, and next thing you know, you got a friggin' wind knot in it, and you're peeling off about 30 yards worth of line just to be able to use it again. Yep, I had to do that with the noodle rod, and I'm the one who spooled it, and I overspooled it, so I should go work at that factory apparently. Anyway, I'm gonna get that Nintendo Power up in the air. I'm just like dreading climbing ladders because I hate doing that. There we go, slow and steady wins the race apparently, so we got a lot more floor space now. This lawnmower here, luckily it collapses and it goes down here. Snowblower in the winter, you guys know, it sits up here right against the Trans Am's bumper. These buckets, I don't know if they go together. Yes, they do. Just gotta make sure they're out of the way. I gotta clear off all this wood too. I'm probably gonna put this, you gonna stay or do you need some help? I'm probably gonna put this wood down here with this sheet metal. I don't know where the hell that sheet metal came from. I'm just gonna blame Dad because 90% of the time when weird shit shows up at this house, it's usually Dad who brings it to me. So yeah, I need to move these bikes over because the pressure washer is going to go over here. Or is that where the mower goes? I don't know. I do know I got a rock of piss, so I'll be right back. I was going to do the oil in the snowblower, but then I remembered how much I didn't use it last year, and I did it last October, so I really don't see the point in doing it again, so we're not going to bother. Oil's probably freaking fresh as hell in it anyway. Yeah, like she's fine. There's no point. Probably still has a full tank of gas too. Well, you guys can't see it, but yeah, it's pretty much full tank of gas in there too. I barely freaking used it last year. I think I used it twice. Here's the Jerry for it, and it's still got gas, so yeah. I guess this can go down here. Parents gave me this to bring water with me when I go camping. Didn't get around to doing that this year. Got a little late on the build. Maybe next weekend, who knows. We'll see what the weather's like. Weather's all over the place this week. It's like some days it's gonna be 19 degrees. Other days it's gonna be like 5. Not Celsius, guys, not Fahrenheit. Keep in mind, I'm in Canada. We do things different up here. Not that much different, but different enough. I don't think this, I need to reverse this brush because it seems to pull better than it pushes. There. Now I got it reversed. I wonder if you're supposed to do that from time to time with these push brooms because the bristles get formed. But now it does a way better job of pushing dirt. Figure I might as well clean up my floor while I'm at it. Enough grass and different things that get in here from the summer months. And these rubber boots, well, I wore them fishing the one time and they never made it back in the house. I'm just gonna chuck these. Oh, hopefully that has a lid on it. Chuck these down here with the lawnmower and the other thing. I'm gonna leave the weed whacker out for now because probably going to use it for some around the property cleaning But like I say, the lawn itself, I'm not going to care too much about it anymore. We're supposed to be getting frost tonight, and that's going to impede the growth of grass as well as other things. So just want to move this out of the way. I need to build a hanger for this. Should find something where I can hang it on this wall where this old saw is. Maybe I have something. Yeah, when I first bought this place and I saw this, I was like, holy crap, this reminded me of my dad's house when we lived on Wickstead, because he had this operation going with the old, these are tobacco tins, right? Cigarettes didn't come in this. This just came with like tobacco. And then you had to buy the little paper filters, and there's this machine that you put the filter in it and you load the tobacco and then you slap, and then it would fart out a cigarette. And like my parents used to go through one of those a week. Mind you, they were both smoking, and I think that tin made about 200 cigarettes worth. I'm just gonna chuck this in the toolbox. Yeah, guys, that's the reason why there's so much shit in the toolbox. It's because it's like, oh, where am I going to put this? Oh, I'll just shove it in a drawer in the toolbox. That's why there's a PlayStation 2 in there, because I'll just shove it in the drawer in the toolbox. Just found the $4 rip-off right here. These Danielson friggin' jig heads. Alrighty, it's already looking a hell of a lot better in here. This chair here, I normally just chuck it down. I got one in the truck already, so I'll just put this one down here. I might bring two, you never know. Somebody might show up and want to hang out while I'm camping. It'd be nice to have a chair for them too, because if they don't come prepared, then so be it. Here's my old subwoofers out of the Firebird, my first build. Two 10-inch Pioneer Premiers. I had a single 1000 watt amp powering it, so I was going for sound quality instead of sound pressure. And then when I decided to start competing in sound pressure level, I upgraded to a single 12-inch Soundstream Tarantula series. I think it was, I don't know, some spider on it. And it was pretty good. It was very loud. I actually took a competition I entered. I won for cleanest install, and I took second place for SPL, to the point where it hit so damn hard that my buddy was in front of the Firebird telling me, shut her down, like he's just doing waving in the hands. So I didn't know what he was doing, so I was just waving back all happy like. And then he did the whole symbol of the key, right? Shut it down, shut it down. So I shut it down, like, what's up? And he's like, you're pissing coolant. Yeah, the bass was so heavy it blew the welds on the rad. So that's when you know you can build them, right? But that was a custom fiberglass box that I ended up removing a long time ago, because the way I built it, I literally went to Rebuilt Resources, bought a bunch of old used bed sheets, whole bunch of long and short strand kitty hair fiberglass, and tarp. I lined the back of the car, the whole tub of the trunk, with tarp, and then laid down the bed sheet, covered it in fiberglass, let it dry, covered it in fiberglass, let it dry. And then once it was all said and dried, I built a template, a wooden template on the top, so I could bolt my top panel to it where the speakers would go, or the speaker would go. And I ported it using some mathematics I got off of some sound forum on the internet, based on there was a test you could do with a sound wave and find out what the volumetric efficiency and the frequency resonation of your car is and all that. And then they told you to port it to this extreme, and I went ahead and did everything they said and got it done. And frig, she hit pretty hard. I can't remember now. I think it was like 156 decibels or something like that. Enough to make your brain go numb. Even if you were wearing one of those like earmuffs, you could still feel it in your chest. And if I had the window down and a girl with long flowy hair was in there, it would be, her hair would be going nuts. So that was always a good time. But no, I pulled that out because, you know, I don't really listen to that music. I find I'd like to get some more bass in the Firebird. Don't get me wrong, the stock sound system with those 4x6s sounds like piss. But in all actuality, I don't really need that what's bass. I liked it back then when I was young and dumb, but now that I'm old and dumb, I should have brought this rod down with me to Blokes. The old, don't even know what the heck it is. The Yumbor. Not even sure what it is if it's a medium heavy or, I think it's a 3-piece. Pretty sure it's a 3-piece, 210 centimeters. So it's 7-footer. Should have brought that down, because yeah, Blokes Baitcaster, he has this thing on it. When you press the button, the switch comes up, and he was asking me what the heck that switch was. So I showed him it's a pitching switch. Pitching and punching, so you can stop the line as soon as you let go of the button, so you can put the bait right where you want it at short range or medium range. It'd be really hard to do at hard and long range, but yeah, Abu Garcia reel had that. Got two bait casters now, an Abu Garcia and a Lunker Hunt. Yeah, this is looking a lot cleaner. Just got to get these bungee cords off the ground. I'm not going to need these this year, but might as well put them somewhere. Okay, I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put these. Pretty sure those were in here because of the kayak when I had to bring it home from South River. I had it hanging out the back of the truck and I used the combination. Holy crap, why is this thing so hard to open? I need to get a better garbage can. I have such a bitch opening it, yet raccoons can pop it open just by looking at it crooked. I don't understand. Don't understand. Yeah, this weed whacker here. Didn't really use this one that much this year. I always went to the 40 volt system. It's good, don't get me wrong. It's good. But the 40 volt one has this like amazing line on it that has a copper core. So it can really rip some big stuff. But yeah, a lot of stuff in here that I should just consider a dump run to get rid of, or probably sell these online for like a couple bucks. They're muffs for a motor. My motor can't use them, so they're pretty much pooched. I gotta figure out what I gotta do with these bombs because they're empty and no longer of use. And I know you can refill them, but a lot of people say doing that is super dangerous, and I don't feel like dying because I wanted to reuse a container. Just want to make sure that when I want to drive the Trans Am this year, until I can't drive the Trans Am this year, by that I mean right up until it starts snowing heavy. Some cardboard here to throw out. My kneeling mat for when I'm working down low. These things, man, come in clutch when you have a rock driveway. I'll just chuck that over there for now. Put these here, solar panels for the solar generator, which is going to come out of the truck and go into the house very shortly, as well as the fridge, because won't be needing that this winter. I don't plan on doing much camping. I guess next step, to start driving these things into the roof. I need to drill that out, don't I? I'm gonna get some more hook hangers up for rods, and then probably get my keys, get the rods out of the truck, load them back in here, because fishing's pretty much done for the season, boys. Let's face it, it's done. There we go. So I got 4 empty hooks. I consolidated the rods over a bit. So I just moved the Bullet over. Got the carp fishing rod, Temu Special. I think that's the Rapala reel. Pissy Fun. No, that's not the Rapala. What the hell reel is this? This is the Spark Pro. This is the not the Spark Pro, this is the Pissy Fun Torrent, Pissy Fun Spark Pro. This is the Rapala piece of shit. Can't get that thing dialed in to save my soul. Tried everything, can't. Kid reel, if you will, the noodle rod, little noodle rod. This is the rod that bloke gave me. I got nothing on it yet because I don't know what to use. I do have a bait caster I could toss on it to make it look complete. And another Quantum Metrics, which is identical to this Quantum Metrics. Because, like I said, I bought one for a friend when we went fishing. They came up for a visit from down south, and we were going to go fishing. They had their license, but they didn't bring any gear. So I was like, well, let's go swerp on one of those, and you can bring it back with you, and you can use it down there. And they just left it. So I was like, whatever. Chuck it up here. If they ever come back, they got a fishing pole. If not, mind you, they did tell me just to keep it. But it's like, now I got 2 of the same rod. I'm actually impressed because I used mine a lot when I got it the first year, and it never blew up. So, and I'm bad with Quantums. I break them all the time. So I got 4 spots left. Gonna go in the house, grab my keys, jump into the truck, grab the rods that are in there, hang them up, get them out of there, because like I said, with this weather, fishing's basically done. And I got a cat meowing at me at the door because she thinks I'm going down south again and leaving her alone for God knows how long. Separation anxiety and kitty cats are a thing, boys. Sure, you can leave your cat alone with cat food and water and a clean shit box, but they will get lonely fast. Now, as far as, oh yeah, this. I told my buddy's dad, I'm like, yeah, I'm at a tire shop getting my tire fixed. I asked them what they do with their weights, and they say that the scrap depot is giving them top dollar for lead. Well, my buddy's mom used to do stained glass windows, and well, she passed away a couple of years ago during COVID, and all this stuff here was left over. This goes around the glass window, then you heat it up and it melts and it holds on, right? It gives it like a frame. Well, they don't do it anymore. So this is all pure lead that I can just melt down into fishing sinkers or whatever. For now, I'm just gonna chuck it over here because I don't plan on making baits anytime soon. But yeah, he hooked me up with that. I got his laptop in the house. I got to look at it and figure out what the hell's going on. All that sweeping, I swallowed a bunch of dust. I'm gonna take this thing out. I want to build a fishing backpack for when I go down to Blokes, but I want to do some special stuff with it. I don't want to just have a backpack like I did before where there was lure bins in it. Basically that thing there, just you wear it on your back instead of over your shoulder. I also want to have like shovel axe in there, maybe a bushcrafting knife. Reason being is, you know, you go fishing and there's a lot of trees in the way sometimes when you're trying to cast, and it's usually dead trees that you can't knock down with your foot. So it'd be nice, just knock them down another way, clear out the deadfall, chuck it off to the side, and you're golden, right? Sorry for the angle, guys. I just realized I was filming my nipple. Oh yeah, she's coming together. Fishing poles galore. Remember when I first started fishing, all I had was that Quantum Advocate. I used it twice, broke it, and then I got the ugly stick and I was using that. And I started watching fishing videos, seeing people with these delicious bait casters, just bombing casts way out there, and I'm like, holy shit, I need that in my life. And then I went out and bought that $50 friggin' Shimano bait caster off of Marketplace, and that thing was a pain in the dick. All right, look at that. But yeah, like once that was my original setup with the 4 rods, and then all of a sudden the rods started, you know, reproducing. Yeah, it's amazing how you just accumulate so much stuff over such a short time. You're not even sure how the hell it happened, but it happened. And all I got back here now for rods is my carp stuff and these 2 telescopics that I ended up bringing the blokes but not using. This is honestly what I should have used for picking off those little dinks. Oh, what happened to the line? Where'd the line go? Oh, that's a problem. See, you know, I think it was 2021. I had a backpack and I had 2 telescopic rods in it. And I kind of want to do that again. I want to carry these 2 rods, or at least one of them, with me, set up for float fishing. So like when the bite isn't good, or if I'm trying to catch, like last time, that's what I should have done. I should have went catfishing. Then I would have probably had a little bit more success. And I should have just went after bluegill, then used my knife to chop their heads off, put it on a big circle hook, sail it out, and go after kitty cat. And that's where those little rods come in handy for pan fishing, because they're light, moderate action, so they're really bendy, and you can really pick off some fish, right? But I didn't do that. Instead, I just sat there and played with panfish. So I'm gonna send Bloke a picture of the old rod setup here. Should probably get back a bit because they're not in the shot. So yeah, I figured I'd leave these guys on the outside. The noodle rod with the Dollarama special, which surprisingly enough is holding up really well. The Shimano and the Daiwa. I love that Daiwa rod, guys. If you're ever in the market for a cheap fishing rod for casting, these Daiwa AIRDX, they're phenomenal. Like, I almost liked fishing with this one better than the Shimano, the Claris. I found with the medium power and the moderate action, I felt bites way better than in the medium heavy fast action Shimano Claris. Now, that's what a lot of people are not understanding, and I didn't understand it at first till I looked it up. The action of your rod. So the faster the action, the less further up it bends, right? So a moderate action rod, it'll be flexible pretty far. So when you see those guys on YouTube that hook onto a fish and their rod is straight bent into like the letter C, that's a moderate action. If it's fast action, and you can see it when I'm fishing with the Shimano, the end bends. It doesn't look like there's much loaded on, but when I caught a fish on the Daiwa, even Bloke said like it looked like it was a tank, but it wasn't. And it's because that's how the action works. The lower the action, the less backbone you have on the rod, the more it's gonna bend further up, versus the higher the action, the more backbone and power you're going to have, and the less you're going to have down low of a flex. Like, it's going to flex further down versus way up. Now, all of that comes into play depending on what you're fishing for and what you're using for your bait. Obviously, if you're fishing with an EWG, like a 4-aught, they're thick as hell. It's pretty difficult to use something moderate action to drive that spike through a fish's face, where fast action will get the job done with even the lightest of hook sets. So yeah, like, and the power comes into play too. Like a medium power, yeah, you can drive an EWG with that, but medium heavy to heavy will get the job done way better, especially if you're doing stuff like frogging, because frogs have 2 EWGs on the back, and you really need a lot of hook setting power to get that hook to go in there and actually hold on, not just graze it and kind of like grapple hook onto it. Like, you want it to penetrate so that if the fish starts jumping around out of the water, you ain't gonna send your frog flying. But yeah, I got tons of options up here. I really don't like these rods here. I bought these because they were super cheap. The Zebco Rhino Tough. The funny thing is this rod here is the same price as this rod here, the Daiwa. This was a $50 rod, $50 rod. Like, what the hell? I wish they had those Daiwa rods back then. I probably would have grabbed them instead, because let me tell you, big fan of the Daiwa. So I'm going to leave my fishing hut here just in case I need it this year. Friggin' sucks, man. This is made by a company called HT, High Tech. And they make a bunch of fishing equipment like rods and reels and ice fishing kits. It's like a bucket with a padded seat on it and there's lures inside and a fishing trap and all that. They made these, and they made some that were like pullovers for 2 people with 2 seats built into them. You know, different style of ice fishing huts. They stopped making these. They don't make this style. I love this thing, man. For just me going out fishing, I can set it up. There's enough room in there for me, my little buddy heater, rip a hole, put the fish finder down, let it detect, and have the heater going. It just sucks when I catch a fish because I got to pull the transponder out of the, or the transducer out of the water, because I usually put the transducer down the same hole as my line. But other than that, for me just going out for a 1 day, just a run and gun, it's perfect. Now, I almost pulled the trigger on buying a flip over, which is basically a sled pre-equipped with a shelter. You get to site location, you pull it over your head, you sit in the sled, and the whole part in front of you is open snow, so you can just drill holes and set up and go. But once again, I don't even know what the hell this winter is going to be like. So why waste money on that, right? And I got my tent still, the Crystal Cave or whatever the hell it's called from Canadian Tire. Outbound, I think, is the brand of it. I still have that thing, and I got the HT. So we got shelters for ice fishing. We just need freaking ice for ice fishing. And last year we didn't get ice. Well, we did, but I wasn't brave enough to go walk on it because luckily your boy is not that desperate to get that kind of a soaker. I think the car will fit in here now, no problem. Gonna have to kick around some wood a little bit. Just move some stuff out of the way. Oh, nice. Some more screws. Those are good mounting screws. But yeah, I don't think the Firebird will have a problem getting in here now. Plenty of room. This is all recycling, so I'll put that out with the recycling there. Come next Thursday, I can put it at the side of the road, get rid of all this cardboard. That'll be pretty good. All right, so that was my project for today that I wanted to get done, was get the garage ready so that when it does come time to pull it in here, all I really need to do is move these pop cans. But hopefully I have them smelted down into muffin ingots by then. If not, I'll just tie them off and drill them down here. I wonder how much the scrapyard would give me for a bag full of that. No, I need those. I want to do some aluminum training weapons for Modern Arnis. Instead of using the plastic ones I 3D printed. What the hell are you? Oh, frig. Whole bunch of friggin' cannonball sinkers for drop shotting. All right. I think that's pretty much it. I think everything's cleaned up in here. Plenty of room to walk around. Way better than it looked when I first came in here, that's for sure. Way better. So I'm going to go ahead and close up the garage door. Get that all sealed up. Yeah, I had a lot of high hopes for the London fishing when I went down. Also had a lot of high hopes for the fishing I went with my buddy on the boat. Nothing's eating. The fish have gone to structure. It's kind of ridiculous that they've already bounced, but what do you expect, right? I should probably look into seeing why this isn't working, because unless the door just needs to be tightened. No, it's fine. It's missing a screw, but it's fine. I just don't understand why. Oh, now it grabs. I don't know what the hell's going on with that door. Sometimes you open it and close it and it just doesn't grab and you gotta lift the handle and she grabs. Other times you close the door and it grabs. I don't know. I never know. I just show up, yo. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Sorry for just a boring video of me getting the garage winter ready. But if you did enjoy it, made it to the end, go ahead and comment winter sucks, because it's probably gonna. I have no idea what the heck I'm gonna do with myself this winter, but we're gonna figure it out. We're just gonna go with the flow. If I can't do 3 videos a day, I'll take her down to, or 3 videos a day, holy shit. 3 videos a week. One will tame her down and put up videos when we can until life gets more exciting, because winter life is not exciting for me. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like, favorite, comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, guys, winter sucks. Peace the frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.